I promise, this is the last time we're doing this. Referring to using someone else's equipment to do all of these contracts. Contract Simulator has returned to Saxlingham, and today we've got 5 contracts to do. And I've chose 5 that are pretty darn good, and I've had to re-record this a few times because one of them didn't want to work. No matter what, we have contracts from one side of the map to the other, all the way down to our new home. We got a harvesting contract, spraying contract, spreading contract, mowing, and finally a cultivating contract. Our PDA is so full. There are little red dots everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 because we have a harvesting contract. Game plan is to actually take the cultivating contract here, and we're gonna try and utilize this first. So we'll start with this, and then we'll kind of go from there. Basically, I'm gonna hire this on a worker and let them do their thing. So the reason that I wanted this to be like the last time that we actually utilize these guys for contract stuff. Now, in the future, we'll probably use 1 or 2. Like, I'm not saying we're never, ever gonna utilize anything like this again, but let's be honest, probably will. Wrong side. There we go. We're cool. I'm also using some new visual settings in here. I've kind of cranked a few things up a little bit higher than normal. So, hey, if you think it looks good, let me know. So, along with all of this, yes, we may continue to do contracts, but I want to be using my own equipment. And from that, you know, we kind of get an idea of some of the contracts that we've been doing. So, looks like we're probably going to have to get a cultivator. We need to get a square baler. We've already got a fertilizer spreader, so that's great. Oi! Get out of the way. We've also need to get a combine harvester and a couple different headers. That's going to be, I think, the biggest deal is trying to get a combine harvester because I don't have one. Now, there's a couple for sale, but, I mean, we would spend all the money that we have just to get it right now. Hey, this looks like the field that we did a baling contract to the last one. Pretty sure it is. All right. Cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and set this bad boy up on the cultivator. We're going to run it with an AI worker, 2 headlands. Sure, that works for me. I hate doing these contracts, but the workers do a pretty good job at them, so we'll let them just run that. The others, I think, are going to be pretty quick to knock out, so we may as well go ahead and do them. I mean, spreading, spraying, and mowing. Very simple. I think the harvesting contract's probably going to take the longest. So let's save that one for last because I'm going to be doing most of that myself. Let's get everybody unfolded, rocking and rolling, ready to go. And 8.6 meters, we'll run 2 headlands around just because it's easier that way for me at least. Oh, where's the outside of the field? Is it out here? Is that it right there? That's it. Okay. Grass fields are confusing, man. And off we go. All right. Very cool. Very cool indeed. So after all of these are complete, we should make a lot of money. I mean, what, 36, 24, 22, 16, and $33,000? We're going to do a okie dokie. Yes, we are. We're going to do just fine with all of that. So I'm thinking we're able to take all of that, and we should be able to buy all of the equipment we're looking for. I think one of the combine harvesters that's in the used equipment right now is what we're going to go with, which is going to take up about all of the money that I've currently got. We also need a tipper. We don't have one of those. We might need a tractor that's a little bit better than the Mercedes that we've got. I like the Mercedes truck, but it's not great. The gearing, I think if the gearing was better, I would like it more. But the gearing's not better. And so I despise it. If it wasn't for the GPS, I'd be mowing a lot of stuff that wasn't part of this field. There's another thing. Owning the equipment versus using it on a contract. Over time, let's be honest, I'm not going to make any money off of that. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to lose money on that deal. However, if we want our own farm, eventually we're going to have our own equipment. And for that, I think we should just go ahead and bite the bullet sooner rather than later. Maybe the only thing that we don't need is a combine harvester. There's a really great one in there right now, but I almost wonder Is it too good to be true this early in the series, you know? You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, we'll take a look. So we got a crampy big body 750 in here. Holds up to 37,500 liters, although with our Mercedes Unimog, it wouldn't, because it can't handle that. We do have a Massey 9S in here, which is a little bit big for now. Even the Zarian 4200 5000, that's a little bit big as well. Making our way down even more. You can see we did have a Kloss header right there, so that's a very good thing. We've even got an MAN truck in here, fairly cheap as well. I think that's a good buy right there. Other equipment going. Vent 1000 Vario S4, again, a little bit big. Lexian right here. This one's not too shabby, if I'm honest. However, the engine setup that it comes with is the 5300, so it's a little bit on the small side. Small side, I would say. We can also change up. Oh, can we change the wheels to go with like 0? There we go, 190,000. Not bad. But there's more in here too. For example, we have the quality disc right here. Now, this is a disc arrow, but we can use this for cultivating contracts, so that is a nice thing. However, it requires 190 horsepower, which we don't have. This is the combine harvester that I'm looking at right here. It is absolutely epic. I love it so much. The engine in it is pretty good, 507 horsepower, and we can go with, where's design at? Here we go. We go with the Night Edition, which is like my favorite. So we could definitely throw that in there. The TerraTrack doesn't cost us any extra cash. That right there is real good. It holds 13,500 liters. Is it too good to start with? I don't know. Regardless, let's knock out this let's knock out this mowing contract real quick, because this field is turning out to be way bigger than I thought it was going to be. And just like that, one contract is completed. We can leave that bad boy sitting right there, and we'll find the one that is completed. 15 grand. Collectamundo. Next one we're going to rock with is the solid fertilizer one. So this one we're actually utilizing the booms on the side, which will be very cool. Now we can actually see where everything's going, so that is very nice. Pull up, boom, clickety-click, and one more again. Now, if you never used this thing before, it is pretty sweet. I believe this is the Road Gator that came with the Plains and Prairies DLC. So, if you haven't used that, I would definitely check it out. It's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool indeed. We're going to run 2 headlands just because, well, it's me at the end of the day. Basically, it kind of fertilizes by just dropping the pellets on top of everything. That works pretty well. Not too bad indeed. Yikes. Spin it and go. Also taking a look, the Field 12 cultivating contract is rocking and rolling. However, as you know, cultivating does take a little while. So he's taking a little while. Quick update, we're up to 41% on the cultivating contract, and this spraying contract's going really well. I say spreading. Yeah, just kind of dripping all that fertilizer right on top of it. I guess it is what it is. I don't know if, what crop is this? I don't even know. Potatoes? Yeah, potatoes. That's weird. Shows how much I've done root crops. You know, it's funny, in previous Farming Simulator games, I kind of, do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything. I haven't really done that. 25 has been more like, all right, what works? All right, fine, I'll do that. And once this contract is completed, I do plan on taking this solid fertilizer. I mean, we've got, is that 1,600 liters of it? Yeah, it's a pretty good amount. Actually, I need to take this over to the store. I think the main store's around here. Yeah, right here. Here we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna drop all the fertilizer off over here. The herbicide will be a little bit different because it is, well, quite a ways away. But there you go. We got some fertilizer. And we have another completed contract. So let's go ahead and collect that. 33 grand? No. I don't know how much I got for that one. 23. Now we got spreading contract. Can we expand the wheels out? Maybe. All right, we'll figure that out here in a second. Let's fill up with some herbicide. We got some weed spraying to do, baby. So this one's a bit interesting, at least for the the way it works, because this field has islands in it. I think there's 3 of them. Yeah, 3 of them. So this setup right here with the AI workers, you can see we've got these marks in here. Those are going to be fun to try and figure out how to do. I mean, I guess the GPS tells us where to go, but not what order to go in. All right, well, spraying the field's pretty boring, so I haven't tried to deal with that. So we've got 96% done now. We're pretty close. Figured I'd bring you guys along for the very last. I have a 69%, so the exact opposite of that on the cultivating field. So they've picked up the pace a little bit. They must be doing the headlands at this point, which is great news. And after this, one more. We have a harvesting contract. The interesting thing there is we have a tipper trailer with the other Unimog, which I'm very interested to see how that's going to play out. All right, so contract completed here. Very nice, very, very cool. How far away are we from town? I think we can get over there. We need to drop off the rest of this herbicide. This might be the bounciest vehicle in the game. Goodness gracious. I mean, I know from the outside they're pretty sturdy. But in the inside, goodness, this seat is just going. Oi! We'll say this, though. That farm behind us, that's our end goal right there, baby. That's the one I want. Made it over, let's drop them off, and then we will have some extra goodies to have. Probably should have been saving everything that we had, but it is what it is. So completed there, we'll go ahead and collect that. Boom, got it. 32 grand, we're up to 321,000 right now, which we're gonna need. So last but not least, we got all this stuff that's just plopped right in the middle of the field. We will not need this header trailer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move this one out of the way. Oh, I forgot these don't steer very well. I was gonna use the backup camera, but I don't think that's gonna work very well in a field like this. Nope, not at all. Should I put it down in the road just to watch all of the cars get stuck with it? As much as I want to, I'm not going to, but I really want to. This is what I was talking about right here. We've got the Unimog, we've got the trailer here. Like, these are great. However, the Unimog has not proved itself to be very great when it comes to actually using it as a tractor. It's just an awesome machine by itself. So we'll figure that one out, because we're not stealing any of the bales. No straw stuff needed. We do want to run 2 headlands. They get about a bunch. That way we can actually turn around. And I think we'll be about ready to go. I'm gonna come down here to the very end. That way we get a nice little turnaround. Drop it down, flip it around, turn it on. Oh yeah, it's harvesting time, baby. So we got oats in here. We will be selling whatever is left at the very end of it all, so that we've got money from that. We also will take the money from the contract, and we'll be good to go. First pass around, right at 50%. We got 84, now at 8,500 liters. Nice! Very, very nice indeed. Now with this one, we will probably dump this out before we go much, much further. That way we can keep going. I'd say about here. Looks like a good place to stop. We'll go ahead and stop that, pull it up, and back it in. You know, I was thinking about this. Used to, whenever you turn on the combine harvester, the header would drop. Now, Farming Simulator 25 is not like that, and hasn't been like that since the game came out. But I just remembered that it used to not be that way. There was a mod that was on PC that made it that way, but that was it. Very cool. Another pass around, just about the same amount. You know, I was thinking that this tipper wouldn't be enough, but now I'm wondering, do we need much more? Oh, also the cultivated contract's at 84% now, so not too far away. Whew, check out that tram line. That is something else. Gah, really? I don't think we need a tram line that thick. Come on now. Getting near the end now, and the only times I've unloaded were those that you guys saw. There was nothing else to load up. We haven't even filled this thing up. That tipper over there ain't even gonna get full. I also find it very funny that we've been able to finish 4 contracts, including a harvesting contract, before a cultivating contract was over. Glad I started that one first. Now, I'm hoping with all of these, I don't know exactly how much money we're supposed to make. See, 36 and 22, so 59,000. I'm also hoping that we get a little bit extra from this. I'm hoping maybe an extra 5 to 10,000 just off of this oats, but yeah, I just don't know. I have no idea. It is pretty wild that we're able to fit this entire field into this one trailer. Now that's wild. Let's get it turned around, and then now we are heading up towards the top left-hand corner of the map. Oh yeah, that's a fun one. Come on, through there. There you go, buddy. Nice. What are you doing walking down through there? That's how you get in trouble right there. Oh, baby. That was close. Now just to figure out how in the world we get in here. I think it's right here. It'll be pretty easy. Oh yeah, very easy indeed. I don't know where we're taking this. So what I'm gonna do is, let's see. Let's do that. That's obviously where we're delivering it. And we want to tag the place. And now it should give us a nice cone of shame above it. Or not, I guess. Right over here. Alrighty. Yeah. Alright, well that makes sense. Man, there's a bunch of stuff over here. Ba-boom. Alright. I do want to double check just to make sure we're supposed to be delivering it here because I do not trust myself. Harvest, animal dealer grain. That is where we are. Dump. As long as we're not making money. Sweet. Alrighty. And then I will just sit here. We'll wait. Should start making money pretty soon. There it is. And a little bit extra cash. 5,600 bucks. Well, it is some, which I will take. And I don't know why we're not moving. There we go. We were stuck in first gear, second or third or whatever. I don't know. The gears are terrible in these things. So, let's finish this up, collect that. Now, one more thing to go. And here they are at 99%. There it is. Contract completed. You can go home. Worker C, you're done, baby. You're done. Oh, man. Collect that as well. Yes, please. Thank you very much. $385,000. That's good. But it's not going to be enough to do what we want. So now that we have gone through, we've done all the contracts that we're going to do today, because we've made, let's be honest, plenty of money. I'm excited and ready to start filling up my farmyard with equipment, which we're going to do in the next one. So stay tuned for it. Otherwise, hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next one.